Hello, this is Manish Patel from Ichimoku This is February 4th, 2013. You reached the weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency Forex market, where we cover all the currencies out there. Normal procedures: this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument at all. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. Today we're going to be showing charts from TradeStation, and the music is Guitarra. Here are my contact details here, info@eiicapital.com. You could also reach us at any of our office locations here, or you could go to ichimokutrade.com, access our free videos, access our email alerts, multiple time frame email alerts, and heat map. Excuse me. Okay, so let's begin. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to start looking at all the major currencies. Remember, on the left hand side is basically the daily time frame. On the right hand side basically is the weekly time frame. So if you look here, Australian CAD's really not doing anything here. Held the resistance level basically at 600. Minor support level, resistance levels are going to be 450, and then kind of sat there and held the support level at 350. So this thing right now, if you look at this in a daily basis, is bouncing around between 445 and basically 350, and really no direction at all as far as this is going at all. Australian yen still going positive, as you'll see with most of the yen trades. A little slight pullback, but remember, that's not much of a pullback really, so it's not worth even talking about there. Australian Switzy here, you can see from the weekly it's just consolidating. It's at a major support level, which is basically 94.50. As you can see, it went below that. A lot of people thinking this is a stop run and this is going to go higher. Don't anticipate that at all. This thing's just sitting there consolidating between a high-end range of, I would say, about 98.50 to the support area right now, which we've got is about 94.50. Okay, so just be careful on that one. Australia, New Zealand, as you could see here, this thing's going down, starting a trend on the lower time frames right now. You could see here. And it's actually, if you look at this closer, even though it looks like it's starting a trend on the daily time frame, you could see here we kind of sat there and just got to the bottom of this consolidation range, which is roughly right here at 2303. So that's basically the bottom of the range right now. Resistance on this one's going to be at 2480. So if this thing sits there and continues to move down, then we have a possible trend where Australia and New Zealand will start a trend on a long-term basis. But right now it's got to break that support level, which it bounced off. Australian USD really not doing anything at all. This thing's just sitting there consolidating too. It is very tilted more towards the bullish side. You could see here, 600 is the support level that it's got to sit there and break. And at the bottom side, it's about 350 moving forward. CAD Switzy really looks like it's starting to trend on the daily downside. However, it's going for a cloud here. Support on this one's going to be about 9,000. Resistance level is going to be about 92.68. Canadian yen, both trending just like all the yen pairs. Nothing really to discuss there. Same thing here. Switzerland yen. Euro Australian, as you know, the euro currency's been on fire. Finally reached the top to the end, and you could see it hit a major resistance level on this one, which is about 3,200. Was the resistance level on the Euro Australian. Support levels on this one, yeah, ideally, as a minor one's going to be about 28.87. Major one's going to be about 27.73 moving forward. Euro CAD, just like all the Euro currencies, this thing hit a roadblock at a resistance of 3,700. Support on this one's going to be about 32.71 moving further. Euro Switzy, it's at a major support level right now, which is basically at 2250. It's got to be interesting to see what happens here. Resistance level is going to be 2550 on that one. Euro DKK, nothing really going on in this one. It basically bounced off its major resistance level you had up here, which is roughly about, I would say, about 46.30. Bounce off there. Support on this one's going to be about 45.80 moving forward. Euro pound, really not doing anything at all. Bounced off its resistance level 8,700, and support level on this one's going to be about 8,400. Euro yen going up just like all the currency yen pairs. Nothing really going on there. It's kind of a boring currency, so we're moving on. Euro NOK, really not doing anything here. Kind of bounced off its resistance level of 4,800, and support level is going to be about 37.75 moving forward. Euro New Zealand. This sat there, it's bounced off a minor resistance level. You kind of ideally wanted to go a little higher, but it didn't. Minor resistance level is about 6,300. Support on this one is going to be about 59.31. So keep an eye on this one as it moves forward on possibly reversing or staying up. This one here, Euro SEK, really not doing anything on that one. Support on this one's going to be about roughly about 48.49. Resistance on this one's going to be roughly, I would say, about 8,000 moving forward. Euro USD finally pulling back. Minor support level on this one's going to be about 34.07. Major one's going to be about 33.53. 33.53 is kind of where we're looking at for this thing to pull back, and then we'll kind of see exactly what's going to happen there. Euro Australian bounced off its resistance level of 53.19, and you could see here it's just consolidating right now. Support on this one's going to be basically 5,000. Your pound Switzy starting a trend here in the daily, and you could see it's going for this cloud here and getting close to its support level, which is roughly going to be about 43, I would say about 4,200 or so, around right there. Pound yen, just like all the yen pairs, boring. There's nothing there. New Zealand yen, this is things flirting around with its support right down here. It's kind of bounced off its support right now, but this is very, very strong, where the pound yen can sit there and break down. And you could kind of see a theme where New Zealand is kind of getting strong compared to all the pairs. So I'll definitely keep an eye on that. Pound USD, really nothing going on in this guy at all. Support around this one's going to be about 56.50. Resistance on this one's going to be 60.27. In New Zealand CAD, you could see New Zealand CAD is at its resistance level, broken out a little here. Support on this one's going to be about 82.40, 82.84. But notice New Zealand on here again is strong too. Most of New Zealand pairs are at their support resistance, where New Zealand looks like it's trying to break out to become strong. Here, this is just doing nothing except consolidating, so that we're not going to talk about that one. New Zealand yen, nothing there at all. New Zealand USD, you could see here, it's at a resistance level now. It poked its head out little here, and does have a potential of sitting there starting a trend to the upside. Support's going to be basically 81.96, but I'll definitely keep an eye on all the New Zealand pairs to see if it breaks out, gets strong, or decides to reverse. New Zealand, Singapore and yen, nothing going on there. US CAD, it's at a major support right now, 99.57. Kind of bounced off that level here. Resistance is going to be basically at 1.000. This thing is consolidating. It is consolidating to go lower though, so keep an eye on this one to maybe start going lower, about 100 to 200 pips. US Switzy here, it's at a support level here, kind of went a little below that, came back up, so 9100. I would still say about, I would say 90, 80, 80, 75. It's a support level on this one. Resistance level is going to be 9204. USDKK bounced off its support level here, about 4,500 is a support level, and 48.95 is going to be its resistance level moving forward. US Hong Kong dollar just bounced at the bottom of the cloud. Really nothing going on here. Bounced off its major support at 7,500. Couldn't break that at all. Went up, hit the cloud. Now it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens. So 7,600 is basically its resistance. US yen, nothing really going on there. Still overextended. US NOK is slowly trickling down. This is starting a trend to the downside. As everyone could see, you're getting close to this little big consolidation area here, where support's basically going to be around 4,200 moving forward on this one. Resistance is going to be 52.55 on this. US SEK is also trickling down slowly against the dollar. As you could see here, it's at a little support level right now. Resistance on this one is going to be 43.56 moving forward. And then finally, US Singapore dollar, nothing really going on here. Support was basically 2,200, where it basically bounced off. It's got a little ways to go to basically get to its next resistance level. The next resistance level will be 24.50, but not really much going on. So the theme this week is to pay attention to, definitely pay attention to New Zealand currency, because it does have a potential breaking out, maybe starting a trend. If you look last year, this thing, New Zealand, did start a trend right around January, February time. So it could sit there and reoccur again. So definitely keep an eye on that as you move forward. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next week.